Hey, everybody. Welcome to the NURCA Guns and Freedom podcast with your host, me, the Yankee Marshal. As always, this is just an open chat. You can come in here, talk with me about whatever you want to talk about. I'm accessible. If you want to come in and call me out because you think I've been wrong about something, do you disagree with me on the P320? Do you disagree with me on some of the things I've said about Trump and his administration? Come on in. Let me know. We could even film a little video, a little Spank the Yank video where you put me in my place. Feel free to do so. I do not get mad when people do that. I don't take it as an insult or anything. I like it when people challenge other people on their opinions, especially when it's me they're challenging. So feel free to do so. Otherwise, you can just ask questions, suggest topics. Don't be afraid to ask what I feel about, how I feel about something controversial, or if you got some guns you want to talk about. Doesn't all have to be gun related. Could be murder sickle, cars, can be wrestling. You know, we got wide array of interests in this chat. So let them fly. Let them questions go. As always, I like to start off by seeing if we sold any product today, because the product sales go to support TYMP. And I think we did have one sale. Yes, Jim Leggins Jr. Jim Leggins Jr. He got a couple of the How Dinosaurs Went Extinct shirts. I haven't, I don't know if I've even sold those before, but that's a cool shirt. It's the dinosaur. He's a T-Rex and he's carrying an appendix, and it says the real reason dinosaurs went extinct. So if you want that one, go get it. Can I show it? Where's the? Oh, that's not what I wanted to do just then. What did that do? There it is. Let me see if I can share this. For those of you that don't know, this is the Dinosaurs Went Extinct design. If you're interested, boom, boom. There it is right there. See? The real reason dinosaurs went extinct. And he's appendix carrying a P320. So, of course, he's extinct. You know, I can goof around, too, when it comes to that stuff. I'm just not serious about it. But there we go. There's the Jim Leggins Jr. bought a couple of those. And for those of you that are interested, just so you know, I did do a new design that's up on the website over there under new merch. Oh, wait, I could share it right here, probably here. Hold on. I can just keep sharing that window I was sharing. Where did it go? I don't know what happened to it. Hold on. Where's my Yankee swag bag bonanza? I'll just share this window again. Here we go. Right here, if you look, there's new merch over there on the website. I did this one. It's the, have you ever considered that maybe you're the problem? You know, people say guns are violent and guns cause crimes and stuff. You know, is it really the guns or is it people? It says, have you ever considered that maybe you're the problem? And he's pointing right at them. And you would not believe how hard it was for me to get that hand to where I liked it. And we also did one that actually has even more meaning than that. It has the same meaning as that, but then it also has, it's a P320. And maybe that the people having the problems with the P320, it's because of the people and not the gun. Have you ever considered that maybe you're the problem? So if you want either one of those, they are up now on my site. You can go over to TYMPpistolproject.com and get to it. Which if I'd close this, you'd be able to see it right there. TYMPpistolproject.com. You can go over there. There's a link to go buy merchandise. There's a link to become a Subscribe Star member, a Patreon member, etc. over there. You can do anything you need to do for the channel from that one site. So head on over there. Also, we did get a couple of free patrons today. We got Dale Rickety became a free Patreon member today. I thought he was already a Patreon member. Or maybe he's on Subscribe Star. I don't know. And then Matthew the Red 33 became a free patron today. So welcome to Matthew 33. I don't like the name Matthew, though. My brother's middle name is Matthew, and it always throws me off on spelling because there's too many fucking T's in it. It's like M-A-T-T-H. And what other word, like if you don't spell math, M-A-T-T-H. So I don't understand why it's Matthew with two T's. And my brother's the same way. I just don't agree. I don't like it. I don't agree with it. But welcome, though. You might want to consider changing your name, though. Maybe we can just call you something different. And I don't even know if I like calling somebody Matt, because as long as if it's got two T's, It should be one T. Like Matt at Never Enough Ammo, it should be one T. Someone go over and tell him he's pretentious with them two T's. Tell him I said so. He needs to spell his name M-A-T. All right. Did I ever show the? Yes, I did. I showed the designs. So feel free to go over there. Support the channel any way you feel like it. Patreon subscribers support Pets and Vets, and Subscribe-Star supporters, for the most part, support TYMP. Merchandise, for the most part, supports TYMP. All right. Getting back to the conversation here. Let me see. We got a super chat coming in from Thomas Einon, but he didn't say anything. He just donated money, but didn't say nothing. We got to see his smiling face there in his profile picture. That's something, I guess. It's something, all right. Let me get PayPal open here, and I will see if we got any super chats coming in. We got, another chat coming in says, maybe the two T's stand for twin turbo. I don't think it does. You've seen Matt. Does that strike you as twin turbo? I had a car that had twin turbos. I had a John Cooper Works Mini Cooper had twin turbo. That little bitch was peppy. Peppy. And it was all four-wheel drive. So that thing was a canyon carver. I mean, I like my Mazda. I like my Subaru, I think, a little bit better. Just a little better than I did the Mini Cooper. But still, that Mini Cooper's hard to beat. It is a cool car. Let's see if we got anybody chiming in here. And remember, like I said, anytime you do a super chat of $5 or more, you get an entry into the silver bullet drawing. Is John Mandrick here tonight? Did he get his silver bullet? Did he answer me last night? I never saw if he answered that he got his silver bullet. I saw it was delivered, so I hope it made it to him. And everybody, all the TYMP people from last month should have their guns now in their hands. So congratulations to all of them. And we should be announcing the next winners, the next 6 people chosen tomorrow. So if you're someone who applied to be a beneficiary of TYMP, which you can also do from TYMPPistolProject.com, tomorrow we should be reading the recipients for this month. Or actually, it's for last month, but you know what I'm saying. So be prepared to be giving me your info if you're chosen. All right, I got to see where we're at over here. That was an order from Jim Leggins. Oh, and those are the orders I read yesterday, and I thought I already read these. No, I didn't, but I'd already read them. Those were all from the day before. I got all excited thinking we'd sold 5 items last night. Those were from the day before. So I don't know why it was showing as new orders, but it was showing as new orders. I made sure they were all pushed through and everything, but it was showing as new orders. All right, let's get over here. That was an order from Jim Leggins Jr. Officer Tater Hater paid his $2 tithe to Phil and said, sent emails. I think I went to the police academy. Nobody would back me up on a call if they didn't get rid of me real quick. Well, I don't think you would be welcome, period. Yeah, I saw your videos. And the one about the sheriff who's, the jail's safe, but not for my son. I mean, if they know he's the sheriff's son, but if you can't do the time, don't commit the crime. I sent you an email, subject 629 Magnum Hunter, just a chance for a shirt. Well, if we get 10 people doing super chats tonight, we will give away a free shirt tonight. And it can even be one of the new ones. It could either be something old, like the Prep a Pig. I like this shirt, Prep a Pig. This is a style I don't usually draw in. If you notice, it's like the outlines are not black. They're like a darker shade of whatever the fill-in is, which is an art style that's popular, but I don't usually do that, but I did it with this one. To me, it always looks muddied, but with the pink and everything, it looks fine. But I'm never a big fan of this, but that's the style they use for Prep a Pig. So I copied that style not Prep a Pig, Peppa Pig, is that her name? So this is the same character, she's just more ready to go. Surprised this one ain't got tagged as a copyright violation. I mean, it is parody, but still, I'm surprised they ain't tagged it. because apparently they don't care about parody laws over on Shopify. They always back the copyright holder. And I ain't suing anyone over a t-shirt design that I, to have the right to make a t-shirt that I'll sell 4 of. So ain't doing it. And I will show your email. In fact, it's up right there when I get to the emails. John and Mandrick chimed in and said, for the possums, they are Phil's chosen. Phil does like possums. They are his favorite amongst the what he considers sentient species on our planet. Possums are his favorite. We're quite a bit down to run. But possums don't have money, so he still has to cater to us a little bit because possums don't got no money. Because he knows where his bread's buttered. Worship is one thing, but if you want to keep the lights on, you got to have the monkeys when they're money. I got the silver bullet, then the neighbor moved. Coincidence? Maybe not. If they took off in the middle of the night after you got your silver bullet, that probably tells you something about your neighbor. Yeah, probably tells you something. I know it would tell me something. I'd been like, yeah, you better fucking run, you goddamn werewolf. I was coming over there tomorrow. Actually, I wouldn't. I don't go around confronting werewolves. I don't look for trouble. If they live their life and let me live mine and they don't fucking harass me, I won't shoot a werewolf. But if they harass me, I'm ready for them. So bring it, werewolf. Actually, don't bring it. I'd rather you mind your own business, not mind mine. But just know that I'm prepared. And several people in here are prepared thanks to our Silver Bullet giveaways, where we give away a Silver Bullet every month to people who engage in the super chats. I also want to do something else, but I don't think I'm allowed to do it. I want to do where everyone who does a $10 super chat, like maybe between the 15th of this month and the 15th of next month, are registered to win the Rock 5.7 that I built, because I don't want to keep it. Don't need it. I got an FN 5.7. Although I took it out and tested it the other day to make a range video, and it was nice. I enjoyed it. It's different than shooting the FN 5.7 a little bit because it is a striker fired gun and the 5.7 is a hammer fired. So it's a little different. And I think the Ruger and the Smith are all hammer fired too. They're internal hammers. Someone check that for me. But I think that's the case. Someone look that up. See if I'm right or not, so we can make sure I'm telling people the truth. But I'm glad to hear John Mandrick got his silver bullet. Oh, excuse me. Did I read that already? He said, I got this. Why is it showing it twice? Did he do the same one twice, or did I miss one? Oh, no, he did one. The first one was the Phil. Then he did another one to let me know he got his silver bullet. That's where that came from. Clinton Barella chimed in, did, I think, their monthly donations to Phil. And, he's got that pasta money. Let's give away a shirt for the pets and the vets. Let's give away a shirt. I don't mind if you do super chats. I don't mind. What are we at now? 1, 2, 3, 4. We're about halfway. I might count the ones from YouTube tonight, even though I didn't. I probably won't see them. How many are over there? 1, 2. There's 2 over there. So that puts us at 6. That puts us at just 4 away from a giveaway. Somebody wants to win the new. I wonder if they'll choose the new design if they win, or maybe that one I showed about the dinosaurs going extinct. I think that's a cool shirt. I think I've only sold like 3 of those. Period. 2 of them tonight. Oh, another email I need to share here. All right, let me see if I'm caught up with the super chats. I think I am caught up for now. Clinton Barella was the last one. Light Blue Oyster Cult was the last one over here. So now I can move on to emails. So let's share some emails people have sent to us. This first one here is from Nate J. And he sent us a picture of Oz. Oh, look at that. Ain't that a pretty face? Watch out with that bottle. Turnip ate a 10 can when he was a puppy. Ate the 10 can. I was so worried he's going to die, but he passed it all. So never had a problem from it. Took him to the vet and everything. And they're like, well, I just hope he passes it and shouldn't be a problem. But it wasn't. Alrighty, let's move on here. It should be a way you could switch between emails and not have to close one and open another one every time you do this. John Heasley, here's the picture he sent. And I'm thinking he might be saying this also would be the gun he would choose if he was in bar country. It's the Magnum Hunter from Smith & Wesson. You know, I've always wanted that gun and I don't have it. That is not fair. I call not fair. It's not fair. If he has something and I don't have it, he don't deserve it. I deserve it. Look at everything I do for everybody. I'm always just give. I'm always sweet to everybody, even these motherfuckers in here. I'm nice to them. Goddamn cunts getting new guns and stuff when I don't. I'm still nice to them. I put on a smile and pretend like I like them and I'm okay with it. But yeah, assholes. That's not fair. I deserve it. What about me? Whoops, that's not what I wanted to do. That's the wrong button, I think. Share screen. Let's see our next email here. Who's this from? Boom. This was from Casey Seawright. Says, my father gave me his backup Delta Elite because I actually shoot. Delta Elite. I ain't seen those in a while. It's one of the old school 10 millimeter 1911s from Colt. That's back when, you know, you didn't see a whole lot of 10 millimeter 1911s. Colt was ahead of the trend on that. So it's nice to see one. I did own one at one time and then sold it because I needed the money for another gun. Not like I was like, oh, I'm hungry and I need the money. I'd probably go hungry and keep my gun or use my gun to get some money if I was that hungry. But for another gun, I'll sell a gun. But, also, we got Luke Imes. Luke Imes always reminds me of Rick Grimes when I say his name. Luke Imes. He should be talking to Coral. Got tired of waiting for a double stack 10 millimeter double action, single action decocker only. Got this in the meantime. I love mine. I've got one. It's not that cooler. Mine's the two-tone, the stainless frame and the black. What's stainless slide too, but it's black. Can you see it on here? If I quit sharing that, can we see it? Because I can't go pick it up or nothing, or YouTube will slap me. But right there it is, right there. See, that's it, right there. I got the same gun. I've also got right in front of it the single action only version. Yours is double action, single action. Mine, I got the single action only version of this gun right in front of it. It's all stainless because it's the Elite. All right, we got through the emails and we got another super chat coming in here. It says, Yankee, I own Performance Center 2.6 revolvers, 629, 627. Assuming you can have both, would you see a point in getting a Colt and a Con? Oh, yes, of course. Why would you not get a Colt? I have I have more than one 629. I've got a couple 629s. I got the Performance Center. I've got the Carry Comp. And then I've got a 627. Do I have two 627s? Or just one? No, two. I got the Performance Center and I got the Pro Series 627. And I have a Colt Anaconda. So, yes, of course you should get the Colt Anaconda too. What kind of silly ass question is that? Asking, should you get the Colt Anaconda? Yes, most definitely you should. Come in here asking them silly ass questions. I swear. Trying my patience, some of these people. Like there's not a reason you should get every gun you can. Because like when people say, what's the perfect number of guns? What's like one more than what you have? That's the perfect number. No matter how many you have, the best number for you is one more. And then after you get that one, it's one more. That's always the perfect number. Like if your wife or husband or a significant other, mother, whatever, says, how many guns do you think you need? Well, just one more than I got right now. Just one more. It's all needs one more. And then you just don't got to tell them that it's, and then when you have those ones, it's one more after that. All right, let me close these emails before they clutter up my desktop. Oh, I didn't share this one. I missed one. Share screen, Winder. This one's from Charles Mulch. Watched your video on this and found pre-owned Tour 692 Executive in new condition at my local shop. Took it to the range today and it shot great. I would have picked up something for you, but they were out of stock. Sure they were. So you back ordered it? Is that what you're telling me? I'll get it soon. Love your support of the pets and the vets, by the way. Also, I hope to win the Zombie Slayer. Did I read that once before already? Did I already show this during this video? For some reason, I feel like I said that earlier. I'm having the deja vu. Yeah, those are nice. That looks really nice. And the double cylinders. You didn't tell me how much you paid for it. You better not, because if you tell me how much you paid for it and it's a lot of money, I'll be like, well, you could have spent half that on a regular Taurus and then got me one. But no. Hope you paid your tithe to Phil so you don't burn in hell. Actually, you won't burn in hell. Phil doesn't believe in hell, but he will make your life on earth miserable. You'll think you're in hell if you don't pay your tithes. All righty here. Let's see. Let's get back to the chats. Make sure we're all caught up over here. No, we got a couple coming in. Michael P. White. Mac P. White. Said, have you ran your Tomcat anymore, as I'm interested to see what defensive ammo in it is like and will run. I'm ordering some 32 Fort Scott. I went today looking for 32 ammo. I actually had to go out of the house today because I went to bed about 5 o'clock, 5:30 this morning. Anybody who follows me on Patreon, if you're a Patreon member and you watch my posts, you know I post a lot in between like 2 in the morning and 5 in the mornings when a lot of my posts go up. So I go to bed late. So I went to bed about 5:30 this morning. Around 9 o'clock, my son calls me. My car is not running right. It's like going into limp mode, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, where the fuck you at? And he's way down at the bottom of the hill in Washougal, which is like, 13 miles through the country. And he said, I'm at the Chevron, blah, blah, blah. So I get him a tow truck and I have it towed to the dealer. But I said, well, I'll meet you at the dealership, blah, blah, blah. But by the time I get down there, they're just hooking up his truck by the time I get down there. So he gets in the car with me. We go to the dealership, check the car in. Luckily, he already had an appointment for Monday for something else, or else they wouldn't have got him in until like next Thursday. So we took it in, dropped it off there, and then we went to the gun shop. And I looked for 32 ammo there. They didn't have any 32 ammo at Sporting Systems because I always buy my ammo there first. I did buy some 9mm because I'm shy on 9mm. Because my son shot up. I had a whole bucket of 9mm, whole bin full of loose 9mm. And that little son of a bitch shot like 2,000 rounds in the last couple of months. That's him and his friends. So I was upset. What was I going with this story? Oh, I couldn't find any 32 ACP, so I need to order some. I had one problem with the Underwood. I only had one problem. It only gave me a problem once, but I don't got enough of it to shoot to test it more. So I want to get some of the TUI, see if it gives me the same problem. It might not work in it at all because the Underwood, the Fort Scott does not work at all in my Bond arms. That's why I'm concerned, but we'll see. But I haven't run it anymore since that day at the range because I don't have enough ammo to do it. Mikey Dial, Mike D, said, because the Paul needs a hand, plus you said from yesterday. Yeah, I said I might count yesterday's too. And if we don't get any more today, we might. So, but if we can get more today, I'd rather get more today. But if we don't, I'll wait. I'll count yesterday's. I'm already counting the YouTube ones, even though I won't get paid for those. Charlie R said 650. Oh, well, that's not bad. That's a hell of a gun for 650. You could spend that much on like a piece of shit like a Glock or something, or a P320 or. And yes, I think they're all pieces of shit because they're plastic. I'm not a big fan of plastic guns. I own a couple plastic guns. I own a Glock. Okay, I own a couple Glocks. I think that's my only plastic guns. I have that zombie gun that I'm giving away, and I got the Rock 5.7 that I'm also going to give away. But that's other than that, I've only got a couple polymer guns. I just realized I don't have a lot of polymer guns, do I? Yeah, they're garbage. I don't like polymer guns all that much. Oh, and I got it's sitting right here. I got this little. I don't want to be seen carrying it, picking it up. It's a little Beretta Pico. This little thing's kind of cool, but it's the ugliest fucking gun ever made. This one is unfired because I broke the firing pin with it when I first got it, and the first time I took it to the range, wouldn't go off because the firing pin was broken. Then I got a firing pin replaced, and I've never done anything with it since then. They just sent me a new firing pin because they said don't dry fire it, so I'm not dry firing it. So Jonathan Aho, John Aho, chimed in here, didn't say nothing. As usual, he's playing the strong silent type. I'm still mad at Thomas Inyon over here, in Inon or Enon, Eeyore. I don't know what that last name is, but suggesting that you shouldn't buy, that there might even be a reason why you wouldn't buy the Anaconda just because you have other ones. I swear. Does he not know what addiction is all about? He's really bad at his gun addiction if he thinks that could even be a plausible reason for that. Of course you need the Anaconda. I looked at the Colt Grizzly again today. Made me sad. Of course I can't afford it, but just made me sad. There was something I was going to say about I don't remember, but where's the I was going to see where are the I'm holding off on the Colt and the Colt Grizzly and the Colt Kodiak, because I'm just like, oh, maybe they'll come out with a shorter barreled version. And I keep hoping and hoping and hoping. And I'm hoping soon they will. But if I wait too long and they don't, I'll feel bad. But right now I can't really afford them anyway. So, because we got Django sucking up all my money. He's injured his leg again today. He was getting better walking, and now he's limping again. And he's still not down enough in weight to get the surgery. So I'm so afraid we're going to end up where the doctor's going to be like, you probably just going to have to put him down because he's going to start gaining weight again because he can't walk, and I can't starve him to death. And he's got a thyroid problem. And, it's just poor guy. He's really having a hard time. It's really breaking my heart. Who was that? That was John Aho. I just read there. How do I get back to the transactions? There we go. Okay, I got everything answered over there. Got everything answered. Oh, I was going to say, I was looking at, was it Instagram last night? And you know how it does the AI suggestions and stuff? You can go look at suggested videos or pictures. Well, there was a video clip, and I'm like, why am I being recommended this video clip? It was about a guy and his boyfriend, and they were going to go take some pictures because his boyfriend is a fuzzy or furry or whatever they call him. And he got his costume and he wanted to take pictures in his costume. And I'm like, well, I'm not a fuzzy or a furry or even interested in their lifestyles. I don't know why I'm getting this. But then at one point he shows the guy sitting there in his costume, and he's like, all right, now that we are here, we can get to what we really came here to do. And the guy says, what, take pictures? And he's like, no, commit crimes. And he picks up a Smith & Wesson 629 Performance Center. And at the time I didn't know it was a 629. I thought it was a 627, because, it's a small in a video. And he showed it for a second. And I'm like, a fuzzy with a 627 Performance Center. That's surprisingly good taste. And he responded back, well, it's actually a 629 Performance Center. And I was like, well, that's even better. But I was like, well, talk about surprising. A guy and his boyfriend going out so that they can take pictures in his fuzzy costume. And then he picks up a 629 Performance Center revolver. Just goes to show you, you can't decide, you can't tell who's going to be a gun owner and who isn't, or who's a gun enthusiast and who isn't. Even the fuzzies. All right. Let me get back to the chat here because that was a just out of the blue story that didn't really have anything to do with anything. All right. Let me get over to the regular chat here and see how we're doing. My Magnum Hunter barrel is long as fuck. Well, yeah. You own a Ruger? I own a lot of Rugers. Well, I wouldn't say a lot of Rugers, but I own 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Where's the other one to that? 10, 11, 12, 13 Rugers. Well, that one I think is technically Caden's. Yes, that is the one that belonged to my stepdad, and it is Caden's gun. But I'm hanging on to it. Oh, eventually they'll all be Caden's guns because Zyler doesn't want them. So, they're all in the trust and they'll eventually be Caden's property, which in a month and a half, he can be put on the trust. So he's thrilled about that. Well, I think he could have been put on 18, but I told him 21. I told him I'd put him on it when he's 21. So I think he does have to be 21 because there's NFA items in there. But so yeah, he'll be on the trust here soon. And we were at the gun shop today, and he was like, well, in another month and something, I'll be able to buy this. I'll be able to buy that. I was like, no, you'll be legal to buy it. You won't be able unless you've got a sugar daddy on the side I don't know about, which you better not. I want grandchildren. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying I wouldn't be accepting of a gay son. I mean, neither of my sons are. I'm pretty sure of it. I've seen their internet histories. I would be perfectly accepting of a gay son, but I would be disappointed that there weren't going to be any natural grandchildren. Even though my kids are adopted, I want some little babies. Babies, like brand new babies that I can be like, oh, just a baby and your grandpa's favorite thing in the world. And grandpa's your favorite person in the world and always will be. And fuck your parents. They're always wrong. I'm going to spoil them. And I'm running out of time. Right now, if I wait much longer before I get grandkids, I ain't going to be picking up nobody. I'll be like, hey, wait a minute, baby. Poking at the baby is all I'll be able to do. All right, let's get back to the questions. If I was really worried about bears, I'd take my 454 SOCOM AR. It's a shorter barrel. Yeah. Are you still pals with never enough ammo? I answered that earlier. I would assume so. I don't remember any fights that I don't remember that would have taken place. Oh, I remember, like I said, many fights, but none that ever bothered us. We both know we're both full of shit, so we don't really care. I bought my son the Prep a Pig shirt, and he wears it nearly constantly. Love it, and my wife loves that shirt too. Well, why didn't you get your wife one? And get your son another one in case he wears that one out, because when he wears out his favorite shirt, he's got to have a replacement. Get one for your wife, get another. But that A. Bowen never came in, did he? I just saw someone said his name. Did he ever talk again after we offered to let him in the chat? I put the link in there. He never came in, but did he ever talk again? There's a viral video about an American influencer in Australia who snatched a baby wombat away from its mother and laughed as the mama wombat was distressed. I hope someone bashed him in the head with a hammer repeatedly. I wish somebody would catch that on camera. And I would be the first person to say the person that bashed his head in was totally justified. Bash his head in with a hammer. It'd be like, oh, it's a human life compared to the suffering of an animal. He's just an animal too. And he proved when he did that he's not worth having around. So bash his head in with a hammer. Now, I'm not talking a sledgehammer to where it's like one hit and he's dead. I'm talking like a tack hammer. So it's like bash, and then he's like bloodied and he's can't see and he knows he's hurt, and then you bash him again and then again, and now he's dead. But you want it to linger a little. Not that I want to be unnecessarily cruel, but that's what he needs. Thoughts on salami and cheese on Ritz crackers, delicious snack or stinky for your partner? Well, I don't mind the smell. I mean, we both eat smelly stuff. I eat Funyuns, sardines, kippers, stuff like that that's smelly. They like this Greek yogurt shit that stinks to high heaven. Every time I'm like, what the fuck is that? It's that Greek yogurt. It's gross. I'm like, can't you eat people food? But it wouldn't mind me the smell. I don't eat it. I don't eat like hors d'oeuvres, basically. I do put sometimes the spray cheese on Ritz crackers, and sometimes I eat Ritz crackers just by themselves. But as far as putting salami on something, I've never been a fan of salamis or sausages or anything like that. No, I don't like meat that's been shoved into a tube, a skinned sock and then dried out. I'm not a big fan of that. Unless it's pepperoni and it's on a pizza. That I can handle, but the Journal of Health Psychology says that poor sleep makes people susceptible to conspiracy theories. It can. It lowers your cognitive abilities. But there's some people that are just very susceptible to conspiracy theories. Some people because they're stupid. Other people because they're very untrusting. They're just very skeptical, cynical people, which is not much wrong with that when you live in today's world. Well, but the biggest problem I have with most conspiracy theories is people go around spouting ridiculous conspiracy theories that don't make sense to anybody who's rational, and people write them off and write off their whole message that the government is against you. And so it kind of muddies the waters to where people don't believe the real stuff, because the real stories, I think, are just way worse because they're more believable and they're true. But people ignore them because they're constantly having conspiracy theories shoved in their face that are ridiculous. So they just go, all this stuff is garbage. Will you make me a car magnet for the P320? It's already done. I said at the beginning, there's already one for the Glock and the P320 over there because I didn't know which one you'd want. They're already there. If you go to the magnets section, you'll find them. It'll probably be the last ones in there because you go to magnets. Here, hold on. Let me try to do it. Yankee swag bag. Oh, and if you just go to the page and then go catalog and then sort date new to old, boom, right there they are. They're the first two things on the list. So here's the link right here. I'll put it right in the chat. Boom, there's the link. Now you take that link right there. It'll take you over to the newest stuff I've made, and the two magnets are right there at the beginning. I've lost my place. Both the Smith & Ruger 5.7 are hammer fire good. I thought so. That's what I thought was different about this one is that it's striker fired. I do believe it is striker fired. The Rock 5.7. Now look up and make sure that's striker fired so I don't look like an idiot. So I can edit it out where I said that if it's not. I always the same way in life, give. Now it's time to get. Yeah, I need to start getting sometime. Not that I haven't gotten plenty in my life. I'm doing pretty well. Not like rich or, flush in money or anything like that. We live, a very unassuming life. We live in a triple wide on top of a hill in the middle of nowhere. But, as far as life goes, my life ain't bad. I live on a triple wide on top of a hill in the middle of nowhere. That's pretty good. I'm happy with that. I don't hardly go any place. I'm happy with that. I think people highly underestimate the value of just staying home and being at home. I like that. I don't have this desire to travel. Maybe it's because I traveled so much when I was younger. I was always on a fucking plane for the military and stuff. I just didn't like it. And it was like, if I spend another day going through an airport, it's a day too many. I don't mind being nice places, but I'm like, I can just drive out to the coast. If I want to be by the ocean, I'll just drive out to the coast here in Oregon. I just don't have this desire to go places. I like sitting here, and I like being able to sit here. I like the fact that I'm old enough now that I don't have to leave every day and fight traffic to go to work. I did that for decades. Don't want to do it again. I could live a little better right now if I went and took a job. I saw the other day they were hiring basically in my specialty. They were looking for psychologists with experience with homeless and at-risk youth and transgender youth. And I'm like, that's my fucking resume. The homeless and at-risk LGBTQ, not so much transgender, but I've had transgender clients before many times. And plus I had a lot of experience with transgender people because we had a friend who was a surgeon who did that. So I'm like, I could get that job. Of course, it's only $58,000 a year starting off, and you got to have a master's degree. So I'm like, is that worth leaving home for? I could live a lot nicer with an extra $58,000 a year, but I don't know if it's worth leaving home for. Wifey says I can get one more. What she don't know won't hurt me. That's right. It's one more. And you got to hope they never remember what you actually have. Don't know what you actually have. Practical Bacon says he still hasn't shown my bear gun. I showed all the emails. I didn't see one from you. Or did I see one from you? I don't know if I saw one. Yeah, I did. I showed it. Oh, no, I didn't, did I? I didn't show his email. Here it is. Here's his email. How we do? We're way past time. Why didn't somebody let me know we're way past time? You all know I got to get on the treadmill. But here's his email, and then I'll make sure we're up on all the super chats. We'll get out of here, and then we'll do the drawing after we sign off. But there we go. There's his bear gun. That's the 629 Classic. Boom, boom, boom. Those are nice grips. But there we go. There it is. There, I showed it. You happy? All right, let me make sure I'm caught up on everything. I'm caught up on all the supers over here. Jonathan Aho was the last one over here. Yes, so we are all caught up. So I want to say thanks to everybody for coming to the chat tonight. Thanks for keeping the conversation rolling with questions, topics, etc. Thanks to everyone out there that financially supports the channel and the programs we support, like Pets and Vets and TYMP and the Friends program and the Voices program. Thank you very much. A lot of people don't like the Voices program. I like the Voices program. They're like, cancel that, save $1,000 a month plus. No, I want to keep voices on the internet. I think it's very important. I think we underestimate how important even the most, they're kind of like the canary in the coal mine. If something bad is happening, the ones that engage in hysteria and stuff are always the first ones that start squawking. So it's nice to have them around. So thanks everybody for everything you do for the channel. I appreciate it. I hope to see you again tomorrow. I'll be here live as always at 6 p.m. Pacific time. So until then, remember, always carry and stay safe until I see you again.